Hello viewers, Power here to review the Kamen Rider Ghost Gashapon Ghost Icon Set 11. 17. Gosh. So yeah, this was the last Gashapon set to get released within the toy line. Because this was released during X-Aid, which is really rare. So looking at the pamphlet right here, we have Ghost Darwin Damashi, as this is to commemorate the series itself and the movie, and it has the Kamen Rider 45th logo. This is why I said 11, because it comes with 11 ghost icons. So this is going to be our first look at the Gashapon ghost icons, despite this one being the last one. You will see why. So the lineup includes Darwin, Metallic Darwin, Napoleon, Metallic Napoleon, Dark Ghost, Metallic Dark Ghost, EQ, Metallic EQ, Pythagoras, Metallic Pythagoras, and the blank ghost icon. So yeah, despite X-Aid being on the poster, he's not present. This just tells you how to use them. Shows you compatibility with Kamen Rider, which actually does show the X-Aid arcades, or the X-Aid update. Use this with the Ghost Driver, and make sure to buy the Blu-ray. And the back, warning, Gashapon, service numbers, QR code, and TTFC. Oh. But yeah, that's basically the outline for these. So yeah, obviously this set is notorious. Not notorious in like a bad way, but this set is known, obviously as you saw, because of the fact they actually re-released the movie icons, but also because EQ and Pythagoras actually get corrected. Because these two used to be television exclusives, to which they were known to have the holographicness and that horrendism. So with Gashapon, this actually allowed the two to actually be somewhat proper. Yeah, the stickers are no longer DX quality, but who cares? They actually function like DX icons. So taking a look at EQ, I really do like this baby blue they picked for this one. QR code for Gambarizing V24. EQ, and that's kanji for something. This one again. Yeah, so obviously these are V's for Gashapon, obviously because of vendor. So obviously this is Ghost's main one, because it's Black Iris. Again, kanji for something. Again, because this is our first look at a Gashapon and essentially candy toy ghost icon. Obviously they don't have the hollow foilness, and the spring isn't as springy, but it's now more of like a click, or it's more duller. So when we go to the Damashi face, it's a question mark, and I think those are like, I don't know, like, oh shoot, question mark kind of thing. I don't know a lot about EQ, obviously. An explanation point. I really like the Omega drives that just crash into something. Yeah. Next up, we got Pythagoras. Or as I literally used to call it Pythagoras, and then like literally in like when we were learning about Pythagoras in like 8th grade, my entire table got confused at me because like, oh shoot, like we're gonna learn about Pythagoras, and they're like, it's Pythagoras. It's like, oh. V27 Kuroko for Gambarizing. I really like this gold. This really flat gold. It's really neat. There's the top, the pins. So this is a blue iris, meaning it's specters. The P, Damashi face, I really like it overall. Like 4. I mean, technically you can say these are like 6, these are triangles, but I like the 4 triangles and such. And triangles! But yeah, I forgot to state the reason. So, besides the fact, these two actually do have a reason as to why they're included. It's because Dark Ghost used them in the movie. That's mainly it, but other than that, it's just really neat that they actually did bother to make these actual functioning Ghost icons, so let's use them in the Ghost Rider. There's the transformation for EQ Damashi. Interestingly, EQ was orange. Again, I commend this toy line for having the most interesting color combinations. Also, we got our 2 traditional finishers. So let's use Pythagoras, and you're gonna notice something right away. And there we have the transformation for Pythagoras Damashi, which, man, that's a really cool jingle. And just again, like the beige, gray, gold and purple was really interesting. But yeah, as you heard, it didn't do Bachiyamino or Bachiyamiro. It did Bachiyamina. That's because originally this was programmed to be with Ghost until they were like, yeah, well, let's just give it to Spectre. Like, I mean, it's technically accurate in a way if you were to pretend that it was Dark Ghost, but. And yeah. So yeah, my thoughts overall on this set. Pretty fantastic substitutes. Obviously, this is before the era. This is the first of, like, oh, Telvikun item getting, like, you know, promoted, essentially. Obviously, this is very common to us now with, like, you know, Progress Keyset 03, and now, the Televi full bottle and such. And, you know, like, the Telvikun Wonder Ride book automatically being a DX item and such. But this was, like, the first of, like, a Telvikun item getting, like, a huge upscale. Well, it's not necessarily a huge upscale because it's Gashapon. But like was said, all you're really missing at this point are just the top label stickers. And if you're really such a stickler to have those stickers, I guess you can track those down and replace these. But the thing about this, though, because of these 2 icons, set 17 is the hardest set to actually obtain. Now, I'm still very shocked that I managed to actually just randomly run into these icons when I was getting my Legend Rider Ghost, or my remaining Legend Rider Ghost icons. And they were like for like 600 to like 800 each. Which is like, oh shoot. Because I think the thing about this set is that it was just put out in very low quantities. I think that's probably why this is really hard to find. But like basically, I guess you want cheaper alternatives for these icons. Like if you don't care that it doesn't flip, or like, you know, that you can't actually do that, or if you don't have the Omega drives, because basically the Tovikun ones only have the iris, the number, and the Damashi face. They don't have Omega drives. That's why these two are really revolutionary and such. Obviously, you know, if you just want consistency with, like, I guess look-wise, well, I mean, even look-wise, they're gonna look weird. So, like, these are definitely the most superior versions of these icons, despite the fact they're not DX. But honestly, again, like, yeah, I know, like, I'm missing a Gamba Rising card. I know. But it's just, like, I'd rather take actually being able to flip through them than just, like, you know, doing weird holographic stuff. They just never looked good. The only good thing about them were their top sticker. And like what I said, you can, like, if you're really such a stickler for that, you can replace the sticker if you want to. But that's if you can actually find these. You can find the buildable ones, but you can't find the Gashapon ones. So, again, I recommend tracking down these two sets out of this set. And also, like, obviously, I'll just say, like, if you want to, just track down the Blink Ghost Eyecon from this set, or, like, you know, whatever. And I guess if you don't want, if you just want cheaper alternatives of these icons, I guess go right ahead. Honestly, though, I think these versions, like the sparkly versions, actually probably work really well with, just because of their body and such. Although, you know, again, also if you just want icons that don't, or, you know, iterations of these icons that aren't like so hull foiled and such, I guess that's good. But yeah, I recommend this overall. It's just going to be really hard to find unless it's a lot easier now. Again, I haven't looked into like Ghost in a while on Mandarake. So I'm not too, like, knowledgeable about, like, what is hard now and what is easier and such. But yeah, that'll have to do with this review. So this is Power, and I'll leave people. Enjoy more of these Gashapon reviews.